It's been a wonderful night and a wonderful experience. Each time we come, we hear, we listen, and we get helpful suggestions to deal with some of the problems and challenges which our country faces. I want to thank, in this regard, all of the callers to the program and the thousands who would have viewed this program across the range of social media: YouTube, Facebook, ZIZ TV, ZIZ Radio, etc., and the other radio stations that are participating. I want to say thank you. Each week, thousands of persons across the 5 platforms in which ZIZ is involved tune in to this show, and we are happy that it has high interest and high rating. I want to thank particularly Ambassador Dr. Everson Hall for participating and again sharing his ideas on a subject matter that is not only important to him, a matter over which he is passionate, but if we were to take that advice, heed it, implement it, would see St. Kitts and Nevis standing tall ahead of the class when we do our next evaluation. So I want to thank him. We will press ahead. We have already set up a committee, albeit a small one, because we need to get more from every person in St. Kitts and Nevis if we are to move ahead of the class. That would mean higher output, higher efficiency. And so as we go along, we perhaps will review and expand the resources available to the particular committee that will be dealing with performance, particularly in the context of the public sector. We have had some interesting views regarding shortening the quarantine period. We shall look at this and we shall report on the considered view of the health practitioners on this matter. We have had suggestions about the millions of dollars that are being sent out of the country by persons to families, to friends, to well-wishers. And the question is, what is the government getting from all this money earned within St. Kitts and Nevis, which is now going outside and creating a leakage and a loss of opportunity for expenditure within? We shall look at that and we shall report. And then there was the important observation, which shows that people are paying attention to what is happening. The government announced $120 million as part of its stimulus package. We extended that by considering an extension of the waiver for 3 months with respect to water, considering an extension of the moratorium and the payment of unincorporated tax, that is a tax on small business, and that has been reduced by 50% from 4% to 2%. Equally reduced corporation tax and what you may call incorporated entities from 33% to 25% for a 24% reduction. These are significant incentives that we have given, is significant concessions which we hope will encourage more persons to become involved in the economic life of the country. So we are doing all these things and more. We have had unexpected expenditure. For example, the repatriating of our students from Cuba, the need to provide $1,000 per month assistance to students abroad who had fallen into difficulty as a result, a consequence of the COVID-19. We have had to do significant investment in our schools as we prepare our schools for the reopening this fall. Equally, we have had to hire new persons to assist in the cleaning, sanitizations within our schools to ensure our teachers, our students, and all the workers in our school system are kept safe. And we have had to place significant investment in PPE personal protective equipment to all the frontline people in St. Kitts and Nevis. We are happy that this investment has paid dividend, but importantly, we have been able to do this without borrowing 1 cent to date. And we have only been so successful because we managed the country extremely well. We reduced the debt significantly. We paid off, in fact, the $117 million that was owing to the IMF. Therefore, we are free to pursue our fiscal policy initiative without the constraint and dictates from an external body. We paid over $200 million to reclaim land that were priced way above the ability of ordinary people in St. Kitts and Nevis to acquire. Some of those lands in Sandy Point, in Lajotlis and elsewhere, in Cayon, have been made available to farmers and will therefore be added to food production within St. Kitts and Nevis. So the government has been wise and prudent in the management of the affairs of St. Kitts and Nevis, and as a result we stand ahead of the class in terms of our fiscal policies, our fiscal initiatives, our fiscal outcomes. Importantly, over the last 5 years, we achieved remarkable surpluses, remarkable outcome and recurrent account, the overall account, the primary balance, and the net fiscal position of the country. And we did so without adding one new tax to the book. Any tax that we met there, in fact, some of them we reduced, as we did with respect to the value-added tax and educational supplies, funeral expenses, etc. And even with response to COVID-19, we add a new range of products for health and sanitization purposes to the list of those that would have been exempted. The people of St. Kitts and Nevis are blessed to have a team unity at this time, and I continue as the Prime Minister to keep my eyes on the ball, to remain focused in leading the country to the Canaan land, to remain focused in doing what is right, remain focused in understanding that I am there at such a time like this to serve the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and I will try and endeavor to give this country that I love, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis who I love, the very best of all that I have. Thank you very much again for staying with us, for viewing the programs across the range of media platforms. God bless you.